Alright. So for those watching later on, I've just sketched out a picture of Geronimo here. And I'm going to use some Createx illustration colors. More specifically, Createx illustration opaque black and opaque white. Along with some 4011 reducer to make them flow. And we're going to use that combination of paints to produce our piece of art today. This is not a commissioned piece. This is something I'm doing for myself today. So I was trying to keep the chat down and keep it relevant. We're having a members only chat today. Today also we're only streaming to YouTube. This won't be on Facebook. Again, just to keep the chat all down and also provide a stream for actual channel members. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and join up and then you can chat. For the most part, I'm just going to keep painting. I'm going to start off by mixing up my colors and going from there. So first off, I'm just making sure to rinse out my airbrush. Making sure we got paint flowing real good. I could turn the pressure down. Turn it way down. No, you're good. So today I'm working at about, I'd say about 15-20 psi, pretty low. We're going to reduce the paint quite a bit today, so we'll see. So that's what today's stream is for. If you remember, sometimes it's hard to get your questions answered, but I value my members, so we do these members only chats every now and then. And yeah, if you're a member, man, right now is the time to capitalize. Get all your questions in, anything that you're doubting. So I'm gonna take some illustration white. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna shake it up real good. Gonna throw about a quarter of it. Fill about a quarter. Put this right there. Let's get some black. Also, make sure you can hear me. I think you can hear me good. And we're just throwing in like 3 drops of black. And then the rest reducer. Now we're gonna almost fill it up to the top. Again, we want this really reduced. We're gonna be working with low pressure, which means we can work with a little bit more reduced paint. And we're going with this view today with this camera. because that power adapter for the DSLR doesn't get here till Friday. But once that arrives, then we're off to the races. Also, I'm almost done with the Chrysler. I got it to the point where I could start laying down some artwork, so we could get ready to clear it up. So we got the Lambo doors all done, and a few other things all done. The plastic fiberglass repair. That's all finished. So now we could start airbrushing it. So be expecting a couple of videos or streams on that. And I started shooting the how to clean your airbrush video today. Very interesting, I must say. If you have problems with your airbrush. Cool. So I have my reference over here, and I'm just going to go ahead and start right here on this leg here. Yeah, Leon, you're a member, but not the president. Yeah. Hello, Leon. How you doing, man? Don't see you too often in the chats. Alright, so let's go ahead and get you guys in. Is it? Oh, yeah. 1 second. Also, for those that may be watching that are not members, let me share out a few things. So the way to become a member is using this link here. Also, if you haven't already, we're running a giveaway. And I would recommend everybody go and sign up. There's only 30 hours left at the moment of filming this video, and this is live right now, so 30 hours. Make sure you go and you sign up. Two very important links we have going on right now. Just thought they'd be worth sharing. Cool. Too much competition for your luck. That's funny, dude. It's actually not that bad. I thought it was going to be a lot worse. Worse? Better? Better. Better for me, worse for you. To be quite honest with you, but still happy with the results. Clearing shelf space for mañana. What's mañana? Oh, this guy. It feels like a lot. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I've seen those things where they get into the hundreds of thousands of entries. You know. Then I would have been like, oof, yeah, your chances are rough. But right now, it's only like 6,000 people. It's like way better than lottery chances. Way better than lottery chances. That's like bingo chances. Like going to bingo and you have a chance of winning. You never won that bingo ever. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's still a lot, but I mean, it's a lot, but the odds are still pretty good. That's what I'm saying. It's like still pretty good. And how many times have you gone to bingo? Maybe you just been to bingo not enough times, huh? Huh? No, I don't know. You won at beach blanket building. Back to work, man. Have a good day at work. You don't win on anything that's your own skill involved. Yeah, that's my story too, my guy. So I feel your pain. And I guess it's not fair. To be honest with you, it's not fair what I did. I tried to do what happened to me, right? Which is, to me, the old man came in randomly and just handed me stuff. Like, just gave me a box and said, here. And he's like, I've been watching you paint, and you're really good, and I think this will help you instead of sitting in my, garage now. And, I didn't technically win anything. It was just a random event. And maybe I should have done that. Maybe I should have just gone around, found some guy that I felt was up and coming, and just gave him something and not give anybody else an opportunity. I don't know. It sounds good. But then that also sounds unfair. I don't know, man. But at the same time, it's going to make me feel good to just, let me know that somebody out there is going to really, get into painting and have the opportunity. Because maybe it'll reach somebody that just, it's out of their reach. Whether it's some kid, deep in some country that just, it's hard to get stuff. So getting this package could really, help him practice and achieve his dream. Or maybe it's a stay-at-home mom, that just really wants to get into airbrushing something like cups or something. And just, because she's a stay-at-home mom, she just doesn't have the money for it. Either way, it'll be good. I think we need some feel goods right now, man. We need some feel goods at this time. Hopefully, whoever gets it, hopefully it makes them feel good. It's gonna make me feel good, and hopefully, the whole circle of life continues. Let me make the chat bigger for myself. Yeah, it's cheaper than bingo for sure. Yeah, I guess it is. We're still giving somebody an opportunity, and I think at the end of the day, that's what matters. I don't want to lose sight of what we're doing. And, there's nothing saying I can't do it again, because I already want to do it again. If I could do it every month, I would. Believe me. If the channel made enough money, I don't know, man. There's channels out there that do monthly giveaways of video game consoles and stuff, right? Now, we're not a gaming channel by any means, but I'm saying these guys are giving away $300, $400, $500 of stuff every month. I think eventually, I believe, and I'm gonna do my best to where eventually the channel makes enough money that we could give out maybe an airbrush every month. You know, it sounds like a pipe dream right now, but I feel that with time it could be done. Because, you know, I'll be honest with you, I'm not really relying on the YouTube money. It's just kind of like extra money every month. So, and I think it'd be awesome. I think it'd help the channel grow. Even if we only did it for 1 year, that's still 12 airbrushes that we could release into the wild. And just have, you know, new up and coming airbrush artists. I don't know, something. Some on Facebook are handing out money. Oh, shoes. I don't know if I'll hand out money. But, you know, airbrushes and equipment sounds more like it's something I would do. I am not rich by any means, you know what I'm saying? No way of the imagination. But like I said, I don't really rely on what the channel makes. You know, I rely on what the art makes. And the channel is just the icing on the cake. But I do put a lot of work into it. So I do believe that over time we can get it to the point where we can. Maybe if it's not even every month, maybe it's every 2 months. Something will happen. We still have so many airbrushes to review, so that'll be a while before we get there. But no doubt we will get there. You got a .0 airbrush? Hi. What do you need? Okay, go play, okay? Thank you. Yeah, if I was just getting stuff handed to me left and right, I'd be all down to hand it out. I don't think that was Creatix's idea though when they sent me all that stuff. And so, yeah. Release them, fly free airbrushes. Oh man. A 0.0 airbrush. I've never heard of 0.0. They named it right, it's a 0. Yikes. Oh, they didn't think about that one. Yikes, Leon is just going ham. He's like, fuck that airbrush. Oh man. What is it? You want some juice? Yeah? Alright, let me get the baby some juice real quick. What's up, Easy Airbrush? How's it going, man? You don't spill it. You're sneaking listening on your earpiece. What's up, Easy? Just here painting today? What's up, Iron Wolf? How's it going? What's up, Air Todd? How's it going, guys? Love the detail you managed to build it right. Thank you, thank you. So, a lot of people always, how do you say it? Admire the art. Don't admire the skill. And so that's why I like doing these live, because it's hard to explain to somebody a lot harder than this to show to him. I'm trying to focus. It's hard to focus and talk at the same time, so I'm trying to think and talk. We're using the Iwata Revolution today, just to show, you know, what's possible with the airbrush that the giveaway winner will be winning. So, some good paint reduction, some good paint, and lots of practice, obviously. Yeah. The Revolution will do pretty much anything you want. Hi.
Hi. You hi.
No, you hi.
No, you hi.
Okay, go play, please. Thank you. And so those who don't know, also tomorrow the giveaway ends on Violet's birthday. So I did that on purpose. So I figured it's one of my baby's birthdays. It should also be the other baby's birthdays, because I've literally devoted as much time to this YouTube thing as I have, you know, to her. She takes a lot of time. This takes a lot of time. A lot of people just forget that I could just be painting off stream and really not caring about YouTube. I don't know why I've made it like my personal mission to like try to have a good YouTube channel for airbrushing. That's, you know, constant content, you know, no lack of projects, different styles, different types. And it's really just, it's taking a lot of work. Doing good, about to paint a skull on a bagger. Cool, cool. I'm high also. No, I'm not. Okay. Oh, so here's a good way to get some feedback from you guys. So I know actually a dispensary owner that I've done some work for here locally, and he has a big building that he wants painted, right? So his whole idea was first for me to just paint the whole thing. Like I said, it's a pretty big building. It would take me a while, and to be quite honest with you, I just don't have the time to do that big of a project. It would take a long time. So my idea to him was to do like a paint jam. You know, and if he wanted to buy paint, we can invite a bunch of artists and then let everybody have a go, or do some kind of like a competition with judges, you know, all over his building. Then we would all be high, because it is an active dispensary, like I said. But is that something, do you think that would be okay on the channel? I don't really care what people do on their off time. You know, this is Colorado. I smoke from time to time. I have me a beer from time to time. I know lots of people smoke from time to time and have a beer from time to time. That's how I look at it now. It's kind of like alcohol at this point. You know, so if you have a beer, it's kind of the same. Use it as a way to relax every now and then. But, you know, I'm not going to be sitting here on stream smoking. again, it's whatever you want to do in your off time. I'm not going to judge. But I do think it would be a really cool project or thing for the channel to get involved in would be this whole airbrushing a dispensary paint jam. Best on the tube. Thank you, Iron Wolf. We be trying, we be trying. All that creativity flowing. I like it, Heather. Yeah, no, I don't keep in touch with that many artists. And yeah, I don't know how I would run that, schedule it, do it. Yep, he was a great warrior, one of the last. So, actually, I had it up over here earlier where I was reading about him on Wikipedia, and he was an Apache leader. Here, I'll bring it up again so you can all see or listen real quick. So, let me make this bigger. Says he was a prominent leader in medicine man from the Bidonkaha band of the Apache tribe from 1850 to 1886. Geronimo joined with members of 3 other Apache bands and carried out numerous raids as well as the fight against Mexican and U.S. military campaigns in northern Mexican states of Chihuahua and Sonora. So yeah, so he went to his whole thing was that I think they were promised land, and then they started settling on that land, and he started leading large raids. So even though he was a leader, he would actually be on the battlefield. And he's actually known to be pretty brutal. But he did surrender a few times, and even eventually did die at battle at Fort Sill. So, kind of crazy to think about. I mean, I'd be mad too, man. Somebody promises me something, then they literally Indian give it to you because they try to take it back. Yeah, he was in his 70s when he died. I think it said here 79 when he died. Oh my God, he was almost 80 at Fort Sill. And his resting place is at the Apache Indian Prisoner of War Cemetery, Fort Sill. Fort Sill, Oklahoma. So I remember when I was little, my dad used to always tell me stories, or he used to always emphasize Geronimo. Anything like you needed to be brave or something, and he'd just be like, "Yeah, you gotta be like Geronimo, you gotta just do it and be brave." And that was always Geronimo was always used as the be brave. He was always associated with the be brave. And then I remember a movie came out where there was a movie. My dad was all about that Geronimo movie. So it's nice to know. Jesus, song. I don't like this song. Let's remove that song from the playlist. Let's go to the next one. Cool. Turn down my headphones a little, because yeah, dude, he was 79 when he got shot. Still out there fighting at the age of 79. Actually, and in this photo, he's pretty old already. Yeah, I think I'm not sure if it came out in the 90s or late 80s. I do remember my dad being all about that movie. He really liked it. Yep. Yeah, I'm not sure how his tactics work, but I know he was pretty well known for standing his ground and giving them a run for their money. You have to find something to clear. Yeah, that's kind of how I am with it right now. I just wish I had more projects that required it like as clear, you know, besides like RC bodies and little stuff. I have a motorcycle tank in the garage for an upcoming project where I do the whole motorcycle tank and all Createx products, all the way from the primer to the top coat. And then we test the durability on it, you know. Maybe leave it out in the sun, maybe leave it out in the rain, wash it, you know, regular soap and stuff, see how it holds up. Because honestly, if it holds up pretty good on most stuff, you know, I'm not saying airbrush and clear a car with it, but like helmets, you know, it could be a game changer for a lot of stuff. A lot of the smaller stuff, you know. Would a small car type of sprayer be good for clear coating? What do you mean by a small car type of sprayer? Yeah, the water-based paint, you know, it holds up really good once you put a good top coat on it. The harder the top coat, it really does last, especially if you put some stuff with UV protection on it. And that's what makes this one so interesting, is because it's like written right into the name, right? UVLS clear, which stands for ultraviolet light stabilizing clear. So yeah, it could be a total game changer if it really does work that good. If I was made of more money, I would take it upon myself to go buy, you know, a car or something, paint it completely, you know, head to toe with the Createx products, and then check the durability on it. You know, drive it around for a while. let the birds poop on it. Run it through one of those washing places, you know, that have all the automated machines that wash your car and stuff. See how well it holds up. So like I said, if it holds up real good, it could be a game changer. But I haven't personally tested that, so I can't really speak to that. But from what I've experienced, it holds up pretty good. And from what feedback I've gotten, the little feedback I've gotten, it's been pretty good so far. So, like a touch-up gun, yeah, a touch-up gun's good for laying clear. So, I don't know if you guys remember or how long have you guys been around, but one of the early sponsors for the channel was Segola with their X-Tech line of airbrushes and stuff. And one of the things they sent over was a Segola 4600 Extreme spray gun. I just wish they had like an American distributor so I could recommend them a little better, a little more. If somebody's watching and you have that kind of money, power, company, whatever, I would recommend it. It's a good company. But anyway, they sent over a 4600 Extreme, and that's what I've been using for my clear coats and stuff. And I would recommend that. As far as the spray guns that I've used, that one is just easy. But again, it was given to me for free. I'm not sure what it actually costs. And yeah. Yeah, UV protection also helps a lot, so when you're using Createx on a vehicle. And actually, I didn't know this till recently, but some of the Createx colors are not light fast, so they're not like UV resistant. More specifically, like the fluorescent colors. I didn't even know this, and I used fluorescent colors on my vehicle, like on the Malibu that I've showed on the channel. I used fluorescent colors on that, and they still hold up. Like they still look fluorescent to me, and they're hot pink and hot green. And it is on. Just push your buttons on your remote. I think it's on. And I think it mainly has to do with the clear. I used a pretty good clear on that. And, it's held up pretty good, so. Yeah, even the ones they say will fade with the sun. And my car, like, sits out on the street most days. No, we can't turn that one on. Remember, until after you take a bath. Okay? Go play on your tablet or play with your games. So yeah, this is a members only chat today. What would be a good clear for tags then? Tags? What do you mean? Like those license plate type stuff? I don't know. I've used a lot of clears. Typically on something like that, I would say just get a good 2K clear. Honestly, on something like that, I would do 40-50. It's not going to get touched, you know, that's not a part that's really going to get hammered with stuff. It's a little tag. That's like one of the things 40-50 would probably be real good for, actually. It's just anything little like that where it's just, you know, it's not going to see too much stress is what I would say. You know, 40-50 would probably be a good match. No, I'm not going to do it in color. I've seen the color version. Somebody else I think they've had like a professional like photo like retoucher. And he's redone it in color. I've seen the picture. But no, I honestly don't even think I'm going to use black. I'm probably going to keep it all gray. And then I am going to cut out a stencil for some letters. And kind of make it say, you know, still fighting. Or like, you know, the fighting never ends. Something like that. You know, it could be a nice backdrop to a design is kind of what I'm saying. Maybe I'll throw a little black in there. I don't know. I kind of want to just keep it all nice and gray. As a subtle way, you know, because then if I add black writing, the black writing will really pop on there. So. Yeah, something like that. Original Homeland Security. So my thing was original to put original protester. That was my thing, is like down one side, right? Like this. And make it say like original protester. Something like that. Or, you know, still fighting. I like the still fighting. Still fighting for what's mine. That's kind of where I would put it. Fighting racism since 1867. Yeah, that's another good one. You can make it say Black Lives Mattered back then too, you know. From what I understand, this guy was pretty dark. He was dark. So obviously he's not black, you know, but how do they say it? How do they've been trying to like make it for everybody that all lives matter? That's truly what should go on here. All lives matter. This is a picture of Geronimo. Oh my god, bro, that would be fucking hilarious. Ugh. That's cool. I didn't know that. Puerto Rican and Cuban, we have black ancestry. Yeah, Because that's where the slave ships stopped before they came all the way. More specifically, Cuba. Kind of fucked up to think about, to remember. I honestly don't know much about my ancestry besides what I've been told. You know, but I've never actually looked into it very much. I don't think it matters at this point. It don't matter where I've been. The only thing that matters is where I'm going. Hey bro, your back don't hurt painting? Is it just me? Yeah, dude, it hurts sometimes. Especially if I'm standing up. Standing up is what causes me pain. But that's because I have a bad hip, my guy. Yeah. I literally have medications and special pain pills and stuff for it. I don't take anything every day or nothing like that, but whenever my hip decides to pop out, we'll have to go through this whole different process of popping it back in, and then I gotta take a pain pill because it's probably gonna hurt real bad, and yeah. But then again, I'm fucking old. I'm 30 something. I spent so many years airbrushing at the flea market, dancing for people, literally like dancing and painting at the same time. And I also did like, you know, one of my very first jobs as a teenager was, you know, helping my dad do like concrete work and always doing mechanic work, and then having crazy chores at home like digging ditches and, you know, raising goats and, yeah, everything that comes with that. That's why I paint sitting down. Yeah, that's why I have the Recaro painting chair. You have to research it, Mike. Huh? Huh? Where am I gonna research where my Mexican family comes from, my guy? Please explain to me. What records do I go through here that will lead me to my past? So my grandma doesn't even know how old she is. She didn't have a birth certificate. This is in Mexico. She literally did not have a birth certificate. Yeah. All I could really go off of is my family and stuff. I don't have that kind of privilege to be able to, like, you know. It's pretty much why I say it don't matter, man. Old 30-something. I'm 54. Yeah. It's all about in the quality of the years. Like I said, I've been rough. This is the nicest time I've ever had in my life. The easiest, most stable time in my life has been now. So, everything leading up to this was turmoil, pain, discovery, struggle, heartbreak, lots and lots of learning. Get on Ancestry, huh? Ancestry.com. Yeah. Okay, my guy. I mean, I'm not sure what they're gonna tell me, dude. They're probably gonna go based off my last name. My last name is Spanish. It's gonna go back to somewhere in Spain or something. And maybe somewhere along the way there was a Spaniard that mixed in with the family, you know? But like, I don't know many Spaniards that have my tint. My particular tint of skin. I don't know what you know about Spaniards, but Spaniards look like my mom. Where they're really white, clear complected. So, I don't know, and even like there's a lot of, I don't know, man. I'm just not that interested. It'd be interesting, but at the same time, not. Because, yeah. You tried that site Easy Airbrush? What did it tell you, dude? My wife was the one that said I should really try that. What is that DNA kit that they were sending out? That tells you like your genes and where you're from, like how much a part of what you is, you know, from what part of the world or whatever. My wife was the one that she said, you should really do that. I think it'd be interesting for you because it's hard to tell what you are. And I always just say, you know what, it doesn't matter. I'm an American with Mexican heritage. I don't know what you want from me. That's about as American as anything else. Whether you're American with Irish heritage, whether you're American with Muslim heritage, whether you're American with any freaking heritage, like, at the end of the day, we still are here Americans. At the end of the day, we all humans too, so even if you're not American, it's just like, I think we need to stop thinking about that, like, that way. So you want to end the world wars and stuff, stop thinking about people as different. %90 of people are exactly the same. From what I experienced. They're the same, you know, with their own little subtle differences, but everybody eats chicken, everybody loves watermelon. Not just black people, not just Mexicans, not just white people. We all love fucking. If you don't like watermelon, something wrong with you. Same as if you don't like mashed potatoes and mac and cheese. Like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. If you don't like a burger, I don't know what to tell you. Like, even my vegan friends, you know, they love burgers. My guy, they were so excited when that Impossible Burger came out. Like, do you understand? Like, it's like American to eat burgers, even if you don't like fucking meat. Like, they were just waiting for them to replace the meat so they could have some burgers, my guy. That's how good burgers are. Like, you know. For real. We are the world. We are the children. You want to make a change. You know what I'm saying? I never looked at it that way. Right? Like race. I always just treat people the way they treat me, guy. Somebody walks up to me and they have a sour face up until they want something from me. I'm gonna have a sour face the whole time. I don't care what the hell you're saying, you know? I already got a bad impression from you and I don't need to hear it, you know what I'm saying? But if somebody walks up and they're smiling the whole time and you know, they treat me good, I treat them good, I don't know. That's about all I can ask for of anybody. So not gonna lie, Geronimo looks like an old angry Mexican grandma. Not gonna lie. Just throwing it out there. A buffalo burger. Yes, buffalo burgers are freaking delicious. I've had two buffalo burgers in my life, and now every time, if anybody ever invites me, I will straight up just have another buffalo burger anytime. You want to be my friend? That's a good way to do it. Invite me out to Buffalo Burgers where you're paying. All for it. I honestly wish there was more. I wish the buffaloes wouldn't have been hunted to extinction. Ouch. Oh, I gotta stand up for a sec. Oh my gosh, hold on. I gotta get a drink of water. Oh, my leg is cramping. Let me get some water. I'll be right back. 1 sec. Let me get you guys a good view. Oh man, I got a cramp. Oh. They serve them at the powwows. Nice. Up here in Colorado, over by Golden, Colorado, there's a restaurant that sells it. They sell buffalo burgers. There's also a restaurant, I'm not sure if it's up in the mountains, but there's also, might be the same place, I'm not sure. But they sell those Rocky Mountain oysters. So 5 points to whoever knows what Rocky Mountain oysters are. And I'm just trying to stretch my leg out real quick. Ah. All right, let me get something to drink real quick. I'll be right back. Well, if the meat was that good, yeah, I guess that's why they're gone. Oh, I served myself and I didn't bring it. Hold on. Yes?
Yes?
What can I help you with?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never had the Rocky Mountain oysters. And honestly, like, if somebody described them to me in a way that made them sound appetizing, I wouldn't mind trying them. But yeah, from what I've heard other people say, they don't sound very appetizing. So no, you could go ahead and keep those too. I'm not a super huge fan of elk or deer. That's sad that the buffalo were killed like that. I remember reading it like... It's weird how when I was in school, the history books would sugarcoat some stuff but not other stuff, right? So they didn't sugarcoat the slaughtering of all the buffaloes and stuff, but they sure sugarcoated the way that the natives were treated and stuff, right? And it wasn't until I got older that I realized that, you know, what they were teaching was a load of bull. Yeah, I know what Rocky Mountain oysters are, dude. What? That's what I'm saying. If somebody, you know, I'm all about eating good food. So if they were good, you know, I would be more than willing to try them. I think more people would. You know, if somebody ate them and was like, "Oh my God, these are so delicious," you know, it'd be all right. But when I've seen people eat them and when I've heard of their reactions, and it does not make them sound very appetizing at all. So it just feels like an unnecessarily, like, why did you cook that? Feels like something somebody would have done as a prank on somebody else. He was raised on venison. So me and my dad, right? This is probably the time that I spent the most time with my dad was when we would go out on hunting trips. And I think we went on a total of 4 hunting trips before, you know, everything went sour at home. But yeah, every time we went on a hunting trip, it was pretty darn good. Out of the 4, I think 3 of them, we actually came back with a pretty good size deer. So yeah, that was my experience with venison, is the way we would cook it and stuff. And my dad would say I'm a slow hunter. He would say I'm a slow hunter. I would say I wait for the perfect shot. I don't like wasting my steps. And when you're tracking down deer or any kind of animal, right, and you finally get them close enough to where you feel you can land a shot, I just want to make sure that the shot's gonna land. So I take, like a sniper, you know, take that extra little bit of time to get a shot off, and I try to land it, you know, where it needs to land. My dad's a quantity over quality kind of guy, and he's just like, get him. And one of the best memories hunting was, I remember we went hunting with a bunch of my dad's friends, like his work friends. And we were cruising around the mountains pretty much as a posse at this point. There was like two trucks full of dudes. And I mean, like, the inside of the truck had like 4 people, and the bed of the truck had like 5 or 6 of us. All of us had rifles, literally like a posse of people. And we're driving along this like mountainside, and all of a sudden somebody calls out that they see a deer. We all look over, see this deer. Everybody jumps out of both the trucks, right? And we're like, how do I put it? We're on this mountainside, like up here, right? Driving over here. And then there's this mountainside, and the deer is like crisscrossing down the other side of the hill. So we're like, there's a valley between us where the deer's coming down, and he's trying to get like down and out. And we're up over here on the vehicles because they're like, I don't know, we were trying to have a good vantage point. So this deer freaking darts across. We all jump out, and it's like, I don't know. The one of the guys we were with described it as a mini Vietnam, because the amount of gunshots that went off, and then there was no deer retrieved. And that was about one of the most ever exciting moments. And it was just because of the sheer amounts of bullets and rifles, and it was wild. Like, I've never ever experienced anything else like that ever in my life. It was a good lot of us, and all of us dumped a lot of rounds down. And I mean, I think if we would have hit that deer, if somebody would have hit it, because it was moving pretty fast and it was pretty far, and it was like doing crisscross like zigzags. That deer was like he had the moves, man. And I honestly think if we would have hit it, it would have just been a lot more work to retrieve it. Of course, everybody's out the truck. Somebody always says they hit it, so everybody's down there, down the cliffside, looking at it, looking for it. And yeah, that was one of the best times ever. Just unloading a clip onto this mountainside. Oh, what's up? Abismael Mendez. How's it going, man? Welcome. Welcome to the Skull Squad, sir. And I had a 30-30 at the time that held 7 rounds. I went through all 7 rounds. My dad had a 270, I believe it was a 270. Some crazy, it was more powerful than my gun. And yeah, we were just like going ham on this mountainside. Everybody else has crazy big rifles as well. And yeah, that was like one of the most amazing times. Just having fun. Right on, sir. Thank you for that. So for those that might be watching, that might be wondering, well, why would I become a member? So becoming a member helps bring the channel more videos, especially those how-to airbrush videos that we all like to watch. As well as, you know, just in general, it allows me and gives me more time to spend towards the channel. You know. Ow, my leg! Oh, my leg! Oh, this cramps. So yeah, you know, it all helps bring you guys more videos like this. Oh, my leg! God dang. So I was up. I have to stop every sentence to explain something else. So the reason my leg is cramping, I'm pretty sure, is because I was outside today working on the Chrysler and I got it all wet sanded, but you know, I had to wet sand all the bottom, like the bottom half of the whole body and all underneath the panels. So I was like up and down off my knees, and then, you know, I'm like about finished with that, and then I look up and I notice some of the plastic from the roof is like hanging down, and I'm like, I gotta fix that before we bring in the paneling for the walls, right? Like that has to be fixed so that we could get all that paneling in without no problems. So I get the step ladder, start going up and down the step ladder, and now my legs are just like, oh dude, what were you doing? You thought you were cool. And they're not having any of this sitting. The Skull Squad assemble. Yeah, we have all of... Yeah, I was drinking some water. I actually, when I went to go drink, I slammed a water bottle and then I served myself some lemonade. Just so you know. I had something with flavor in my mouth. But yeah, I drank some water. I'm honestly going to have to take like an ibuprofen. Anyway, like I was saying, becoming a member of the channel helps bring you more videos, better videos. So I just got a DSLR camera for the channel, and the channel did help pay for that as well. The channel also paid for the giveaway, so if you are part of the giveaway and you want to see more stuff like that, becoming a member also helps that. Also keeps the channel independent, so like if you don't want to see a bunch of, you know, this brand is the best, blah, blah, blah. You know, we have the sponsors up there, but they're just the sponsors for the giveaway. You know, all the products that I review and that I recommend, usually the money comes out of my own pocket. That's how I keep the reviews honest. I don't try to take stuff for free and just, you know, try to give everything a good review. That's not how it works. And yeah, so if you like the reviews, that's the way that it helps the reviews And I feel like the reviews are important because it helps you guys make a better choice when you actually comes time to spend the money. So we could all collectively, you know, the money that the YouTube is making, I think we all collectively benefit from me trying out those products and then using them over time. And then I could give you your feedback on like where you should spend your money. Bananas will help? For real? Oh man. Ugh. I'm just like rubbing it right now. I'm just trying to like massage it in. Yeah, I don't know what made me think that I was just gonna start like doing exercise, man, in the garage. I'm honestly surprised my back is not hurting right now, but I'm not gonna complain about that one. I'm just gonna ride it out right now. Better my leg than my back or my hip. That's a weird thing to have, dude. It's my hip that's broken, but when it's out of place, it's my back that suffers. Is that weird? I feel like that's weird. Right on. I'm glad the reviews help, for real. You bought a CS? An HPCS? The Eclipse? That's actually the next airbrush I plan to review. Towards the end of this month. The master airbrush is suck ass. Your spine bone connects to your hip bone. Yeah, I know, dude. For real. But like, that's why I suffered for so long, dude. Is because I kept assuming it was my back. Okay, here's another song. I like it, but it's just not good for streaming. Let's remove that song. Go to the next song. So yeah, I kept thinking it was my back, so we kept trying to like do stuff with my back, you know, to try to help me feel better. Went to a chiropractor and stuff, and chiropractor, like, I literally was limping out, and he had like the most worried look on his face because he thought he had broken me. And it just turns out it was my hip. I wish I remembered the therapist's name, dude. So I ended up having to go to physical therapy, right? So they could, you know, fix me up, I guess. And go in. has me, like, they give me his tablet to fill out all my symptoms, and I try to describe it in as best detail as I can, as I'm possibly know how, using all the words. Physical therapist comes in. I wish I knew his name, bro, because this guy came in. He didn't have the tablet thing like I thought he was going to have, or a laptop or anything like that. He had a notebook, a regular notebook like paper. He had written some stuff down on it, and then he comes in, he goes, here, let's check something real quick. He sits me down on a chair, checks the alignment of my hips, and my wife was with me, right? So, she sees his, like, fingers on my hips and tells me to, like, bend over while I'm sitting on a chair, like, reach down. And then my wife goes, wow! And the doctor started laughing. And she said, why is it like that? Like, all loud. She's loud. She doesn't know how to be quiet. So then the doctor explains to us that my hips are out of place. And the reason I'm getting pain is because my back is actually trying to, like, compensate for my hip being out. So it throws my back into, haywire. You got it for $149 at Hobby Lobby, yeah. Yep, that's the next up in the price stack. Right now, I think the Sotar was $130, so the next one above would be a CS. So I'm just going up the price stack. I told Iwata, man, I mentioned it to the marketing rep at Iwata that I was going to do a review on the CS. And I kept my fingers crossed. I was like, maybe they'll send me one. I don't have to spend the money. But they just kind of blew it off, like, whatever. I don't even think the airbrush companies realize how much those reviews can make or break a situation. Not everybody's going to go out and buy one because I said so in the review. But when it comes to saying something bad, man, people will latch on to that bad thing. You wouldn't even spray out of the box. That's weird. So my master airbrushes still work to this day. I just stopped using them because I have better airbrushes. And it was always the plan to just work the way up the price stack. And I don't know how much they are now, but when I was looking back then, they were one of the cheapest airbrushes that had a brand name attached to it. Right, so it has the master brand. There's a lot of, like, no-name airbrushes, but I wasn't about to, like, make a review on a no-name airbrush that could or could not be there tomorrow. But from what I had seen and from the reviews and everything, I was like, I gotta try it. It's like, why not? A lot of the reviews said it was okay-ish. Not the best airbrush, but not the worst. For $20, worth the $20 if you're just gonna do a quick project, throw it away. Which, to be fair, like, I do that with the big spray guns, right? Like if I'm gonna do a certain kind of flake or something, like big metal flake especially, I will go down to Harbor Freight and get me one of those purple guns, and I'll use that to spray the flake and stuff, just so that stuff doesn't end up all over my good gun. So, $20 or sometimes you could catch those at $10, and I just toss them away. That's probably a good way to look at those airbrushes. Also, if you're gonna learn, it's not a bad idea to learn on something inexpensive. All I could speak to is my experiences though. Mine showed up working and they still work till today. They are like not the best, you know, but you know, obviously you know that going in because it's only $20 and not $500. So you gotta be, the whole thing is to be realistic too with your expectations. I think the worst thing would be to spend $500 only to find out that it's not very good. Spending $20 and finding out it's not very good, it's kind of like, oh, well, you know, what'd you expect? It works okay for $20. That's pretty much all I said in the review. The value of it is undeniable, but again, you're still getting what you pay for. It's still a $20 airbrush. Oh, the gravity feed masterwork, but not the 2-suction feed. Yeah, I've only tried the G22 and the G44. And those are both top feed, gravity feed, you know. Look at this guy, he looks all mad. Looks pretty good, just all gray. Now, in the picture, he looks really old. Not gonna lie, in that picture, he looks like his best days have been long and gone. So I am trying to use the picture as much as possible, but I'm also trying to still give him some of that more, you know, still menacing, still dangerous kind of look. Not so old and fragile. I think we've got him pretty good there. As my friend Ron would say, I think you've captured the concept. I think you got the concept. The Iwata HPSB. The side feed. Alright, that's what that is. How do you like the side feeds? Side feeds are really useful for when you're painting stuff that you can't remove on vehicles. I know that. Like if you can't take off a hood, the side feed is nice because you don't have to worry so much about it spilling. You just tilt that cup and you start spraying away and you're good. Pache VL. So my very first airbrush that I used was actually a Badger, I think 150. Came in a triangle box. I remember the triangle box with green print on it, and it had a blue handle. believe it was a blue handle on the air on this back piece here. I think it was blue, and it had different needle sets in the box. That's the airbrush that my brother left behind when he came from leave on the Air Force. In the Air Force, he was on leave. He brought that airbrush, and he left it behind when he went back. And that was the first airbrush that I ever used and I practiced with. And black 150 single action. No, mine was, I'm pretty sure it was blue. It was blue and it was a double action. Might not have been the 150. I just know it was a Badger. It came in that green, in the triangle box. Yeah, it was green. Jesus. In the triangle box. Honestly, I think it was a step up from the stuff they're shipping them in now. There we go. Oh wait. There we don't go. We have to finish this gun. What am I talking about? After all that wet sanding today, my hand is finally starting to feel it. Yeah, the high performance side bowl. Air Todd had to make it sound cool. The high performance side bowl for my water. For when you need detail, but you need to use your gun facing down. Or any other way around. What's up, babe?
Oh, that's cool already.
How's work?
It was long. Adolf almost gave me the day off yesterday.
Huh?
Yesterday? Really? Tomorrow?
That's why I was like, what? Yesterday? How would that work?
She already fixed my time. My freaking time clock keeps clocking me out after my second break.
It's a Spencer rifle. I'm not sure what kind of rifle he's using here. I know that he used to steal the equipment from the American troops and actually led quite a few successful raids where that was the whole intent, was to take over the other, the enemy's weapons. So whatever this is, it could be like whatever they issued to the army back in the day here in the U.S. And back in what did we say? Here. In 1850 to 1866. Alright, so here we go. More history for you guys. So in 1886, after an intense pursuit in northern Mexico by American forces that followed Geronimo's third reservation breakout, Geronimo surrendered for the last time to Lieutenant Charles Bear Gatewood, an Apache-speaking West Point graduate who had earned Geronimo's respect a few years before. Geronimo was later transferred to General Nelson Miles at Skeleton Canyon, just north of the Mexican-American border territory. Miles treated Geronimo as a prisoner of war and acted promptly to move Geronimo first to Fort Bowie and then to the Railroad Bowie Station, Arizona, where he and 27 other Apaches were sent to join the rest of the tribe, which had been exiled to Florida. Wow. While holding him as a prisoner, the United States paraded Geronimo around to display their win over the native tribes, because Geronimo was that great of a leader. So Geronimo actually embraced that, and he would make money by selling pictures of himself and signing them, and bows and arrows and buttons off his shirt, and even his hat. And he was in the inaugural parade in 1905 with President Roosevelt.
What is that? Chopstick.
Wow.
It's strawberry.
Geronimo was escorted to all the events and everything by soldiers because he was still a prisoner of war. He died at the Fort Sill Hospital in 1909 as a prisoner of war. Woo! Man. That's crazy. I didn't know they paraded him around and stuff. That's kind of fucked up, to be quite honest.
Oh shit, I forgot that paper.
That Coco face. Oh yeah, look at him. That looks good. I'm quite happy with that. Alright, look at him. Look at him looking all good. There's a lot to be said about somebody with like a defining face, defining features. And Geronimo definitely has that. You see that face, you know it's Geronimo, and if you saw somebody else, there's no, that looks like him. No, fuck that. There is no looks like him. It's either it's him or it's not. So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys all for being part of the Skull Squad. Thank you to Abiz Mahed for becoming a member of the Skull Squad during today's stream. You rock, you the man. As always, I explain, it helps bring you guys more videos like this. Tomorrow is the end of the giveaway. Or, yeah, sometime tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a how to airbrush stream tomorrow. So if you like those, make sure you tune in tomorrow. Again, the chat will be open to everybody, and it will also be on Facebook tomorrow. So, you know, yeah. And that'll be the last stream before the giveaway's over. And then after the giveaway, I'm going to take a couple days. We're going to get the garage all fixed up, get the Chrysler out of there. And yeah, you know, keep on trucking after that. So, again, thank you guys all for watching. Make sure you guys click that like button. As all, you guys are obviously already subscribed and members. But for everybody that's going to watch this later on, make sure you subscribed. If you like the channel, consider becoming a member so you can participate in the chats like today. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. Later.